What's up, y'all? It's Jam and Sam, and today we're going to restore Secret of Mana, and we're going to start with what's this track called? The Wind Never Ceases. So here it is in full. Okay, so that's the loop. YouTube recommended you. Well, thanks, YouTube. Glad you're here. Welcome to the stream. So we are restoring video game music. And so this is Secret of Mana, and it's one of the tracks from Secret of Mana. And so that was the original. Now we're going to restore it. So the first channel we have is the bass. So let me play that by itself. So we have this electric pick bass. And it doesn't change, it's just the pick bass all the way through. So let's grab this whole pattern, copy, and go to the first empty and call this bass. Now we paste it here, and then I'm going to select channel 1 and Alt-C to change. So now if we play, it's an octave too high, so let's turn it down an octave with Control down. And let's give that a mixer track. Let's send it to 1, and let's call this bass. But it's entirely too loud, so let's turn it down to be 6 dB. That'll do right around there. We don't really have a kick bass, so it can be kind of a kick drum, so it can be kind of loud. Now I just need to remove that note at the end, but actually that could be a good ending. That might be a good might do as an ending. So let's keep that. So the bass is going to go somewhere down here probably, and then I'm going to. Oh wait, I need to. Hold on. I need to set the snap back to beat. So set it back to beat, then loop it because the song is supposed to loop twice. And then we'll let the ending come out. So now the next track is going to be a piano. So while that's playing, let me grab my piano patch, wherever it may be. S1000 piano. This is from the Akai S1000. And this is in channel 3. Looks like it's the piano all the way through, because if we check the patch change log, stays the same. So that's cool. We can just grab this whole line once again and find first empty and call this piano. Now let's paste it into contact and set it to be channel 3 because the piano is channel 3. Alt-C to change, and now we have it. But it needs to go an octave up, so Control up, and then there we go. So we'll put this at the top since it's really high. And let's also set this note to be an ending. And then let's loop it. And let the ending ring out in the second loop. Hello, love your DKC restorations. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy yourself. So I'm going to now go to the next channel. And there is nothing playing right now. What's happening in this channel? Oh, this one doesn't start till later. So let's go and scrub. This is strings. So is it strings all the time though? It is always strings, it looks like, because there's no changes in the patch automation. So let's grab this, and I think the rest of the tracks are also strings, yes. Actually, everything is strings. So this is one huge, the whole rest of the song is one huge strings patch. And one thing I forgot to do, let's see, is there any, the panning is centered so far, so we don't have to worry about that. And the rest of it is the strings. All the strings have different panning. So what I'm going to want to do is add more strings, and that's going to have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more strings patches. Because each of them have to have a different panning. So let's go up. We are using the strings from the Yamaha Professional Sound Library. And yeah. So we have 1, 2, 3 so far. 3 more. Wait, it didn't go through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have 6 strings patches, and now I would just want to make sure that all of these are actually strings. Like they stay strings the whole time. Okay, so they're all strings all the time. So now I just need to copy all of these channels one by one, and I'm gonna go backwards because this first one is delayed. This, no, actually I need to go in order because I need to go downward. So let me just copy this, and I just have to remember that this is gonna go at bar 5. So let me find first empty and call this strings. And then I'm gonna select channel 2, go set the playhead to channel 5 and paste it. And then I'm going to Alt-C to change the color. And then we do this for every patch that we have. So here and Alt-C, boom. Oh wait, I think I'm skipping one. Copy. Strings. Paste. Alt-C. Wait, no. I did that wrong. Okay, so I want to paste this as a different channel. So the next strings patch is at channel 4. So Alt-C to change that. And then I should still have the other one in my clipboard, so yeah. And then the next one goes at channel 5. And Alt-C to change that. And now we can move on to the legato stuff. I might separate that because there's so much strings. I want to keep the melody and the harmony separate. And I might have them in a separate mixer track as well. So let me copy this line. Find first and call this strings harmony. And so this is actually a melody right here. So I'm going to take this and keep it, put it to the melody line. And this is like some kind of ending, but we'll figure out an ending for the rest of them. So wait a minute. I do need to make sure, let's see, the last one was channel 5. Let me make sure this is going to 6. Yeah. So now I want to play this. I'll play the melody by itself. And I want to get the panning for these first 3 channels. So let me go. You see, they never change, right? Yeah, I don't think they do. So the first one is going to be 70% to the right. And the second one is going to be 59% to the right, basically 60. And the third one will be 45% to the right. There we go. So now I want to grab the, well, I have to set the harmony first. Let's see. The first harmony is 45% to the left. And then I'm going to grab the second harmony. I think this is the right, they're pointing to the right channel too. Let me see. Just make sure, let's go to channel 7. And then this one is going to be panned 58% to the left. And then the very last one is going to pan. Wait, the very last one is going to be, I think this should be the right color already, right? Yes. So nice. So they're all strings. And that one's going to be panned 70% left. So now what I want to do is send the lead strings to one mixer channel and then the harmony strings to another one. So these two are lead strings, and also there is another which is half lead strings and half harmony. But I'm going to send that one. Wait, the first one I forgot is also. So there's 3 of them. There's 2 of them right out the box, and then the second one is also counts as lead strings. Except that this melody doesn't. This was harmony. So wait a minute, this first one should be sent to, oh wait, this third one comes in. And then there's actually 4, so there's 1, 2, 3, and then I need that 4. Well, that 4th one can be harmony, it's not important. It's mostly half harmony anyway. So let's just make a separate master out for, and then send the rest of the harmony strings to that. That way we have an even split. And so this harmony strings bus is going to be sent to plug-in out 3 and 4. And then this next bus is going to be sent to 5 and 6. And so now we have to tell Contact that plug-in out 5 and 6 go to the very next mixer track. But also I need the piano to go somewhere. So let's send this to +2 and +3. So this is lead strings. And this is harmony strings. Now I need the piano to be sent somewhere. So let's send the create master output channel. Send this to plug-in out 7 and 8. And let's send 7 and 8 to +1. So now the piano goes here. Let's call this track piano. Dude, that is beautiful. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. All right, so now if I add these, I really don't need the bass all the way up here because I only have 4 real tracks. So I can put strings here, and then harmony strings here. But see, all of this is coming in too hot. So let me take them down. I know I already lowered the bass. Let me lower the piano and the strings just a bit, like 3 dB. See, now that's a much more those are much more manageable levels. We're just barely touching the line. So that's good. Now, now that's pretty much all. Now pretty much all we have to do is just mix it. So, oh, we have to do an ending. That's what I was forgetting. So for the ending, I'm gonna try just repeating the beginning notes. So this first chord can go back to the beginning. And then, let's see, for the strings lead, we just have nothing. Or we can just, no, we'll leave it there for now. But this gives us an opportunity to do something unique in the melody. So what is our, real quick, what is our chord here? It's our bass note is A. And this is A, G. This is an A minor 7. Well, -5. There's no 5 in it. This is an A7. No 5. No 5th. Wait, not no 5th. No 3rd. A minor 5, or A5, no 3rd. So now what we can do is find the closest note to each of these that reflects A7. So we can go like this, and then up here. Wait, I need to use each of these individual channels. So maybe we go up. Maybe we make it more open. So this is C and G. Oh wait, I have to use, I keep using the wrong channels. Color has to stay the same. So now if we play this last line, I think this chord can last, that's a good ending, but I think this chord can just last 1 bar and then be done. And so can this one. But let's let the silence come out. And that's a little abrupt, but it'll come back. It'll be better when we have reverb. Incredible. Thank you. All right, so now we just want to mix it. So I'm going to go through and mix everything from bar to bar. So Let's start with the bass. But let me play the original first, because the bass had some unique stuff going on. So it sounds like the bass is a little bit saturated. So we have some saturation and you have a slapback delay going on. So let's try to do our best to get that going. And let's compensate for our volume. Now let's take it down a bit. And so now we can add our slapback delay. Let's set the timing to be about half a step. So that sounds good. Let me track that. Let me try to compare that. Maybe a little bit less time. Nice. I like that. Cool, and that can go into accompaniment, no reverb. And then we can do let's do the piano. The piano in the game sounds like this. So it sounds like that has some slapback and delay. So let's play it. All right, it has some slapback. It has a slapback delay and reverb. It sounds like. So let's put our slapback delay first. Set it to about 24, half speed, and maybe a little bit more since it's can be more liberal with that on treble. Nice. Nice. So now let's give it reverb. We're going to use realm. Let's put it into this is technically a harmony. So let's put it into the harmony reverb. And let's change the harmony reverb to realm. Let's put it at 25% to start. And set it to about 2 seconds for this one. This one's not a long tail. Nice. And so that compares like... That's good. I like that. Now the lead strings. Let's see how that compares. First 3 channels should be lead strings. Oh, sorry, I don't want this here. So the one thing I like about the strings in the game is they sound very warm. So let's kind of try to EQ that warmth in there. So let's see if we can put a parametric EQ. Take out some of the high mids here. And boost some of the... Let's put a high pass on it because there's a lot going on in the bass here that I don't want. It's like noise. So let me high pass it. And then... But let me also boost the fundamental. And let's give it lead reverb. Put into the lead reverb bus and set that to be round. And now let's compare that one final time. It feels like it has... Feels like it has a stronger attack. So let's give it... let's set our envelope within contact. So I think the attack is in the note. And if that's the case, we're not really worried about it too much. That's fine. It can be... One thing we can do is use transpire to bring out the transient. So if I can try to go transpire and then watch if I play, set the attack. Nah, I think that's not going to work. I think it's better just to leave it as is. Like I kind of like it better when it's flowing like that. I do want to saturate it a bit though. Nice. Now the harmony strings. Maybe a little bit of saturation on that too. Set the volume. Now let me compare that to the ones in game. Okay, now one thing I forgot about with these strings is the envelope. So the volume has to, the note has to decay a little bit. So let me take the sustain all the way down and then change the sustain. I want about 4 seconds. Let's try that. And I want to solo this one because the other ones don't have the same decay, same envelope. Oh, the first one doesn't come in until like bar 5. Oh, what? Oh, because I had that track soloed. Let me see how that compares, that envelope. I might want it a little longer. So a good point to compare it on is that one legato note that is, are those couple of legato notes. Here. So I think that's right because we're looking for it to fade out like most of the way, but not completely by that point. Maybe we might want it a little longer because it sounds like it fades out a little too fast. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is save this as a preset, save it as untitled, or just new preset. And then I'm gonna apply this to all the other lead strings anyway. The harmony strings fade out a little faster. And so let me try to get a bead on the harmony strings now, at the speed of them. No, wait, these actually fade out at the same speed. I think I was just getting tripped up. It's the same speed. So now that's cool. Now we just apply the envelope to the rest of them. Oh wait, I have to unsolo that string. I forgot one of those strings. One of those strings is still sustaining. Which one is it? This one. Nice. Oh wow, that is entirely too slow. I think I got them all wrong. It's just that I was way too slow. I put them way too slow. Let me set it to 7.7. Let me save this as a preset and see how it sounds like that. So this is that should really they feel like that should be slower still. Yeah. Let's try 9 seconds. 8.8 is fine. And I really don't have to change much. I'm just gonna go to it and set it to 8.8. Should be easy. .8, and the rest of them. Let's see. Let's check it first. Yeah, that ought to do. Let me check it one more time against the original. Yeah, that ought to do. Yeah, maybe actually, maybe I think it's longer still. Let's go to 10. 10 ought to do it. Yes. So that works. Let me set the rest of them to be 10 as well. Yeah, I might actually set because it's gonna change the volume if I and it's gonna therefore it's gonna overload the saturator if I keep this part in the lead. So even though it's technically a melody, part of the melody, I'm gonna put it back in the harmony. And that should start right here. There we go. Did I forget a note? No, I didn't. Oh wait, that's gonna go into the same mixer track anyway. I'm stupid. And so now the whole thing sounds like... I feel like this lead strings is not loud enough and the harmony strings is taking over. Let's see. Maybe we don't actually need that, all that... We can turn that piano down. Cool, so that works. Let's see. I might want more reverb on that. Okay. That's actually fire. Thank you. Glad you like it. You're the best for this. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. So now I want to just replace this with a Maximus, and that's going to give, and then I'm going to do my mastering. This is going to give me the ability to maximize the volume by compressing the volume of 3 different bands down so that it kind of reaches its peak volume. So now I just need to set the bass. Kind of try to get it to be as much just the bass as possible. And the bass is pretty deep, so where we have it now is good, I think. So let's put it down here. Let's put the roof down here and then put the knee about the threshold about a little bit before that. Yes, that's good. Then we have the middle. And then the highs. The highs we don't really need to do anything to because it doesn't really peak at all. It just kind of stays there. Now see, I can push the master limiter a bit more now because everything, there are peaks, but they don't really matter. That's cool. That's beautiful. Oh, we're looking at this OST is so good. Thank you. Oh yeah, hey, what's up, QWERTY? We're looking for shade, guys. Oh, I don't have any shade. All right, so the only thing I want to do is I want to put an exciter on the lead strings because I feel it's a little lackluster in the items. Oh wait, just a little bit. See, that gives us a little more clarity. So now if I play it from the beginning. Actually, arguably, I could get that same effect by stopping the transient and just making it louder. I also want to raise the bass up. Nice. Oh wow, I was in 48 all this time. Nice. Whoops. Okay, so that's good for that track. Now let's move on to what the next track is. Let's see. And this will be on the Discord as well. Let's see what we got left. First of all, I want to go back to 44.1. And that'll be good. So now we have, the next one is which one? Flight into the Unknown. Ah. All right, so that is a track that plays whenever you go into the cannon or you ride that animal thing. And so yeah, this one we might not get through this one today because I do have to go in an hour, but we shall get through what we can and then finish the rest tomorrow probably. So we have this MIDI here, and then is there any space in the beginning that I need to remove? Yes, there is. There's a little bit of space. So let me zoom in, press set the snap to none, and then make unique. And so we have a lot of tracks here, and this is a pretty long track. This is about a minute and 15, so we probably won't get into this one. The only reason why we finished the last one is because it was mostly strings. And this one has a lot going on, so let's see what we can get through. So our first channel has drums, it sounds like. And then when it gets to the end, it's just kicks. So what we have here is, well, we want to copy this whole line and make find first empty and call this drums. And so let's drop in our kick drum from the R8 Roland R8, the snare from the Roland R8, and let's paste this here, and then let's grab the snare and cut it and put it into the snare channel. So now we have to find the pitch that we're working with, because it's not going to be the right pitch. If you play it, it's like, so it's too high. So what's our pitch that we're working with? So we have, this is it right here. So let's set this to be, let's take this down and shift it up a bit. That ought to do. And our kick should be at what? Let me play it. I think that's a D. So let's bring this down here to D. And it's also a little shorter, so let's set the out to be like halfway. Nice. Okay, so that's cool. Now, let's see what else we got. What do we got in the next track? Actually, I need to go grab some water, first of all. Let me be right back. Okay, so let's see. I hope you do Eternal Recurrence. We are doing every track, so we will get to Eternal Recurrence. To the deleted question, let's see. I think Lofty Mountains looking for shade. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Thanks, Flash. Just when I press enter, the music stopped. That's it. As soon as my message showed. Alright, song started playing. Ah. Alright, so so now we're going, what is next? What do we have in this channel, in channel 2? Ah, we have hi-hats. So let me grab my hi-hats from the Roland U220. Looks like about pedal length. So now the tough thing is that we're going to have to separate all of these. So we need to find the ones that just have a repeat. Like we need to exclude we can exclude the ones that have a repeat. So these first two bars are repeated. So we can cut those out. Let's select this right here. And then it looks like it just repeats again mostly, and it just repeats strategic bars. See, like this is a repeat of this number 2. And then that's the ending again. Oh, but this is unique. So let's, let me just copy what I have first, Control C. Hey, somebody's spamming in here. Let me put them in timeout. There you go. Okay, so now we have, let's find first empty and call this hi-hats. Oops. And then let's see. So we have closed hats, and like it's easy to see which ones are supposed to be pedal hats because they're all shorter. See, did it really start with a No, what happened there? Hold on. It's not supposed to start with a Oh wow, it's even though that note is longer, it's still a closed hat. Okay, so that's strange. You must have had planned on having it be a long hat and then just because it doesn't. There's no three. So what we really just need to do is Control Shift and select all the. So it's like. So it's like two. It's every other long note. Let's cut that out and then paste it to the pedal. Oh, and it's way too high again. Let's set it down to be. I'm gonna set it to. I think it should be just root note, right? Sounds like root note. Actually, it sounds higher. It might be like. Might be like an F. I've sent you both a tweet and an email. We're continuing our quest. Okay, I'll respond to it soon, in the coming days. Alrighty then. So that does sound like the right pitch, doesn't it? Maybe a little lower. Let me do an E. Let me see, it might be one lower, maybe a D sharp. That sounds good. So now let me grab any other let me first paint in the variations that we have. So I want to put the drums in first. The drums can go at the bottom. Why are the drums empty? Oh, because I have the first bar. Yeah, there you go. And I still have the snap set to none, so let me set it to beat. And then the hi-hats, I want to track their progress because we have three different articulations here. Or three different patterns here. And the first one repeats twice, I recall. And then let's see. So we're going to call them each A, B, and C. So we have A, three A's, B and C, A, 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 A. A, B, and C. Wait a minute. This is B. So A, B, and C. And then we have A, let's see. A, B, B, A, B. So A, B, B, A, B. And then A, B. So that's A, B, B, A, B, and then C. And that's bar 16. Wait, no, that's bar 15. And then we have A, B, B, and then we have a D. We have another articulation. So A, AABB is first. And then at 20, and then at bar 20, we have another articulation. So this is D, and there's another D. Wait, no, there's a E, and then it's just E again, and then there's, wow, this is like, most of this is unique, so. But I don't really want to be selecting all this. Let's find out. So I'm just gonna select this whole thing, and then I'm gonna like eliminate what is like a repeat. So, and I want to make sure this is all hi-hats. It doesn't change. Yeah, it stays hi-hats. So now what I want to do is go back to here and paste this here. And then let's see. So we have one unique articulation, and then we have another because this one has two extras right here. And then this one is unique, I think. No, this one's the same. So we can delete this one. But this next one is unique. Because I don't have anything like that. And then this bar is a repeat. This one's also a repeat. Also a repeat. Nothing really new here yet. Except for here. So this is new. This is not. And then the ending is new. This is where the loop starts. So what I want to do is now condense this. Move this here. Just kind of remove all the space. Okay, so this is getting kind of complicated. I think a better system would be to go into this and just, because I don't even know which ones are hi-hats. Let me just go into this and see, because you can see where it changes to the open hi-hat. So now if I go to view all of this, I can see and select all of these, all of the open hats. So I need this one, this one, this one, this one. Actually, I should copy it first. Let's see. Then I can work with it there. So let me just delete this then, and let me paste this here. And I can just change this, change this and set this down a note. Actually, I can set this to D sharp because that's where it's going to go anyway. But an octave under D sharp. And so what I now want to do is to, with these notes opened, I now need to open the patch selection dialog. And now I can kind of zoom in here so I can see the changes better. So now I need to just, no, I need to zoom in a little more horizontally. And so now I just find which ones. So with the bar being, make the bar roughly the same size. So the third and fourth of each bar, it looks like. Actually, yeah, it's just the third and fourth of each bar. No, it's just, no, it's 2 and 4 of each bar. My bad. It was just really just 2 and 4 of each bar, I think. Let me set this to be 10. And then we have, but then we have an anomaly where the last 2 notes wait a minute. Ah, there we go. So then we have, and then we have the same pattern again. 2 and 4. 2, 4, 2, 4. Now starting at bar 18, we have, and if I'm selecting without ruining the selection by pressing Control Shift, holding Control Shift. So this pattern again. Oops, that's not the right one. Now if I start at 26, and go, let's see, 2 and 4. 2 and 4. And then starting at bar 34, Control Shift. Um, 2 and 4. 2 and 4. And then we have 1, the third, the fourth, the last of 1, second of 2, And then starting on the 2nd of 3, it's all just open hats, and also the 1st of 1. And then the rest is just closed hats, looks like. Except for bar 42. There is one open hat on the 4. Okay, so now if I copy this and I go down to my open hats, I can put them down to the original and just like that. Now the first 3 are already here, so I can remove that. Now I have to go shift this down. Whoops. What did I do? Shift left instead. Shift this down and remove all of the closed hat notes that are supposed to be open hats. Because you can see you can see the open hats in the ghost channels there. Oops. Okay, and then the rest is just, yeah, that's good. So then we put that back up here. So that was a very long-winded and difficult way to get the hi-hats. Well, it was the only way, really. But the hi-hats start, yeah, 1 bar in, and then, let's see. Oh, wait, okay, we have some down here. We can just remove that because that's the old one. Oh, but this has to be a whole bar in. Is it really aligned like that? Let's see. Yeah. So every time there's a drum, there's a snare kit, there's an open hat. And let me just make sure that there's an envelope on here that's sustained so that it doesn't keep on playing when the note is closed. Nice. See, the Secret of Mana soundtrack is so amazing. One of the all-time great game soundtracks. Thanks for working on this, Sam. It's a real boon. It's a real boon to have these great tracks in the highest possible quality. Thank you. Glad you enjoy it. Welcome to the stream too. So we are going to. So now that we have our drums, we're going to check out the next channel. So we have a slap bass. So let's go to contact. And we can drag in our slap bass. Let me cut that out because it's kind of annoying. So the slap bass is from the Akai, I believe, the Akai S1000 library. Here we go, slap bass. Okay, so let's go and grab that line. I think it should all be slap. Maybe let's see if it's all slap bass. Yeah, it's all slap bass because the patch logs, the patch automation shows no changes. So copy that and then find first empty. Call this bass. And then we paste this here, and then we want to select channel 1 and Alt-C to change it. But it's too high, so let's turn it down with Control down. It's actually 2 octaves too high. So see, that tracks, that sounds right. So now we have both our drums and our bass. So now this bass is gonna go under the drums, I think. And I think we can kind of put this up a little bit up a ways. So I don't think we're gonna have a whole thing here. It's only 8 channels, so it can't be that much. And our bass is kind of loud, so let's turn it down. About 3 dB. Wow, our bass is really loud. Let me mute it. Let me see how loud those drums are. Oh, the drums are really loud too. Let's turn the drums down. I want the kick to peak at around 6. There we go. And we can turn the hi-hats down too, because they're kind of loud. That's still pretty loud, but we can roll with that for now. So the next track is it's a synth brass. But then it changes, right? Yeah, it does change a couple times. And then it changes to piano. So let's grab this. And find first empty. No, actually we only really need a plain, let me stop this from playing. We only really need a throwaway track because this synth brass is from the TG77, so we have to record it directly. So if I paste this here, and then look, I'm gonna turn on the TG77. So first I need to have my 110 volt transformer. And then turn that on, put on effects bypass. Well, when it starts up, I can do that. Put on effects bypass so we don't get any reverb. And then now it's on the Moothy patch, but I need the brass patch. So let me see, I should have the brass somewhere around here. Yes, brass, 1980. So now I have a MIDI cable going into the TG77. So if I play, not the output. It's not receiving input from the TG77. It has to input as audio. So I'm gonna turn my knob down a bit so it's not so loud. But we have to record this, so let me make sure that's the right octave. Yeah, that's the right octave. So that's going to be pretty repetitive. So, but we have to record it. So I'm still gonna turn it down. Let's go to Edison, and I'm actually gonna change to 48 for this. Let me see. What is this track? This is Flight into the Unknown. So I'm gonna save this, Flight into the Unknown. And then I'm going to switch to 48K sample rate, load up the project. And now when we load up a new project, FL Studio disarms the mixer for some reason. So I have to re-enable that. And then if I go, it should play. Now I can go to press stop, press record on Edison, and nice. So stop recording, stop playback, trim side noise, and I'm going to save this into my TG77 recordings folder as light underscore brass. Okay, and then I will put the let's see. No, the slap bass is probably not panned, right? Yeah, it's center. So I'm gonna drop this recording in. Go to TG77 recordings, light brass. Now I can set this to 40% volume because it's gonna be too loud. It's peak volume. So, oh, that one actually starts at the beginning, actually. So, why does it stop so early? It's supposed to stop here. It's supposed to stop at bar 20, and yet... Yeah, oh, it does stop at bar 20. Okay, that's good. Now I have to work on the panning for this. So this one is 45% to the right. Let me copy that value and paste it to the recording. Nice. Okay, so that's good. Now I want to give all this stuff a mixer track too. So let me give it snare, hi-hat, bass, and brass. So now let me name this first one kick. This one snare. This one hi-hat. And this one, what's that one? The bass. And this one is brass. Okay, so we have now, the next thing we have in this channel is a piano. And I can already see where it stops. So if we play this, And this is actually a repeated line, so... Oh, wait. No, the beginning is... Yes, it's a repeated line. And then it starts with something else. Okay, we have a harmonica here. Wow, that is an annoying note. Okay, it looks like it just stopped there anyway. So now if I paste it, if I go into pattern 6, let's delete this. And then we will, I'm gonna need a piano here, so let me go and grab my piano. S1, the Akai S1000 piano. And then we will paste this here, and it's supposed to be an octave higher, I believe. So let's control up to change the octave. Oh wait, but it has to be channel 2. So let's select channel 2 and Alt-C to change it. And that's the right octave, right? Because it sounds a bit wonky because I think it's a lower note. Yes. And that's going to play twice. So let's see. And we're going to call this piano. Now, the panning that we need is going to be what? Let me play it. Whoops. So the panning is 70% to the, wait, 30% to the right. So let's change our patch and contact to reflect that. Okay, so now we just need to give it a mixer track. Let's create separate master output, and then in the outputs, go to select that as plugin out 3 and plugin out 4. And then we can go to the outputs and then select that to be +1 in the mixer track. But now actually it's +2 because I have the brass going in the next one. So this one would be +2, and then we send that, call that piano. Hello there, lovely people. Hi, lovely person. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. So now we have this piano. Now all we need is the harmonica. So let's grab that harmonica line. Oh, I forgot it's still quiet, but that's okay because we'll need that. So copy this. And then we're going to go to a spare track and just leave it as is. And then we're going to go to our MIDI out and paste it there. And now I'm going to go to select on the TG77. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to select the Muthi patch again. We started with the Muthi patch because that's the harmonica, is the Muthi patch. So I just go push the button to go more, and then until I see WN Muthi. There we go. So now, when I play that, it should sound like the harmonica. Okay, so at least it's not as annoying. But so let's go in. I want to make sure that that is the maximum levels it can be. Let's raise it up. Cool. So those are good levels. Now I just need a dead note at the end so I can get the tail. Okay, so with that done, let's press new and then record. stop recording and stop playback. And then we're going to trim the side noise. And then we're going to save this as flight harmonica. Cool. And now I just want to see if there's any more Chiji77 recordings here, because if there's not, we can just go back to 44.1. Ah, we have more brass. So these are flute, and we just have more brass here. Let's see where exactly that starts. We have marimba there. Wait, is that... Wait a minute. Let's see, it's good that we didn't record it in the same line because they're panned differently. So we have to make 2 recordings. So let's see, this is not always... Is this... This is always a... Yeah, this just stays brass for the whole song, I think. Wait. But it does it at the end? Let me check the patch logs. No, it just stays brass the whole time, so... That's good. We can just copy this whole line and paste it into that dead channel, or that dead pattern. Delete this, and then... Actually, let me go and put my harmonica in there. Wait. Refresh the browser, and select Flight Harmonica. Flight Harmonica, and... Now we can set this to be 41%. And now we just need our panning for that pattern. Let's see. So if we put the playhead here, and then we see what channel that's pan at, it's 45% left. So let's copy that value and then paste it to the harmonica recording. And there you have it. So now we can move forward with the brass. And so if we go back to the brass patch, then use that. You see. So now we just have to go all the way back. I press this button. To brass 1980. Okay, so now if I play that back, and it's too loud, so let me turn it down. We had to turn it up because the harmonica patch is naturally quieter. Nice, so let's record that. Let's go to new and then record. Nice. So stop playback, stop recording, trim side noise, and let's call this Flight Brass 2. So now with that saved, let's refresh the browser and then drop the brass in. And so I'm going to insert a track so this can play like right above the regular brass. Let's make that 40% volume. And then I'm going to go grab the panning. So this one would be 58% to the left. And let's go to the filter group and select all. And then paste it on Flight Brass 2's panning knob. And I do believe that I'm going to put this in with the rest of the brass. I do believe that this no, this is the last of the TG-77 tracks that need to be recorded, because there's no changes in these, so these are all strings and flute right here. And this is like a wait, what is this again? I think this is another brass over here. I think the brass just switches to this channel. Let me see, because this channel was also brass. Ah, this track switches. Yeah, so this is like the other track. So this is the continuation of the first brass track. So this one it moves channels, it goes back down here, and then the piano takes over in that channel. So what we then want to do is, I want to make sure that this is brass still, this last part. So it changes once here. Ah, and then it changes again. So this is whatever this was before. This is like, I think that's marimba. Yes. So that turns into marimba again. And so we just want to grab this right here. Copy. And delete that, and then paste this. And so now if we play it, that's exactly what we need. So what I want to do is go to Edison, press new, record, and play. But this is not, this could be louder. So I want to open my limiter and raise the volume. There we go. Now go into Edison, new, record, and play. But it says it's clipping on the thing, so I don't necessarily want to do that. Let me stop that recording and new, and then. So it says it's clipping. I don't ever want the signal to be clipping, so. Stop recording, stop playback, and let us normalize this first and then trim the side noise. Save as what was it? Oh yeah, Flight Brass 3. Okay, and now that is all that well, let me add it first. Refresh the browser and then just add. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It just replaced the thing. So leave space to make sure that this thing doesn't try to replace it, and then this can be 40% volume. What the, 40% volume, send it to the brass patch, and then we just use the same panning as with the first part of the recording. Paste it there, and then wait, is that right? It looks like it's completely misaligned. That's weird. This is somehow misaligned for some reason. Somehow, some way, this is misaligned. This should be like, what? That's nuts. Yeah, this should not be like that. So what did we do wrong? Something went wrong here. We might have played it like with some space, so let's just remove that. And then flight brass. Oh, because there is space here. That's why. It just it kind of, it has half a bar of space, so that's cool. Very nice. Very nice. So now we can go back into 44.1 because we don't need 44K anymore. So save changes and then reload the project. And then we're going to remove Edison. And so now we just want to, let me raise the volume back up, so because we don't need to keep it so low anymore. Cool, so that works. Now let's see what we have going on for the next channel. We got all that. Looks like we have our marimba going on. And it's got a sweep panning. So as you can see, it's sweeping can find it. So let's go and grab, remember we have that marimba with these two. Let's see. I think this is a repeat though. Yeah, this is a repeat. So we can just grab this, copy, and find first empty, call this marimba. And let's add a sound canvas VA, because the marimba is technically from the Roland U220, but the sound canvas VA includes that patch, and it's in higher quality than any other sound. So let's go and select that one, and let's see, SC55 map. So it was also used in the SC55. But I do believe they got it from the U220. So now let's go to part. Let's turn off the reverb, and then we can paste this. Oh, but we have to send it to channel 1 because it's got a different channel on it. Alt-C to change it. But I think this is supposed to be an octave lower. That's good, and the volume should be 150%. Actually, these two are, like, this is repeated already, so we can just cut this. And I think, let's see. We put it wants to be here, I think. Yeah, because I can see the, wait a minute. It goes at 7 and 16. So 7 twice and then 16 twice. And then we have an ending bit too. So let's copy this. And then paste in the at the end of the marimba pattern. Paste. Not gonna lie, the marimba playing in the piano channel was tight though. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So then let's put this an octave down because the VST has it an octave down. Oh, there's your piano again. So we can, now we have channel 1 selected. Let's Alt-C to change it. Then we will hear our marimba. And so what is our panning for this one? Let's see. Oh, that's right. We have a whole panning sweep. Let me see. And I think that continues on in the last part. Wait, I wasn't paying attention. No, it actually goes center in that last part, so we can shut off. Like, we can keep it the way it is, but we're gonna put a panning sweep on it. So let's send this sound. Let's call this marimba, and let's send it to a mixer track, where we will then put a fruity panomatic on it. And so the panomatic is going to be about 75% volume. And then we're going to set it to pan. But the speed is going to be fast. And that's... we don't want this. Actually, I think 50% was good. I think it just, like, that's 0. I thought it was bipolar, but it's actually unipolar. And let me check how that speed matches with the original. Let's see. Yeah, that speed works. I think I want the, well, we can put the slap back on it later, but I think I want the notes to be shorter, like muted. I think the attack needs to be even less. Oh, it's oh no, it's not the attack, it's the release. Nice, so that works. Now it has a mixer track, so I can delete this pattern. And then all that we have left, let's see, damn it, tight. Yes, nice. Thank you for that enthusiasm. All right, so now what I want to do is put my camera down. So now what I want to do is check out the last two channels that remain. Should be pretty easy. Well, no, actually we have to do another recording because the last one is a flute. This is strings and that's a flute. So I'm going to do the strings first. And this is all, it should only be strings. Oh, but I forgot in the marimba I have to turn off the panner in the second. So it's like bar 3, it turns off. Nice. Okay, so now I just want to go into Contact and add some strings from the Yamaha Professional Sound Library, and let's see, we have, oh, the flute is not here. The flute is recorded from the TG77. So the panning of the strings is going to be 31% to the right, so let's set that in Contact. 30 right. Copy this line and let's call this find first empty and call this strings. And now let's paste it here. What's the number? Oh, it's 3. So channel 3. And then we go to channel 3 and press Alt-C to change it. And these strings have a little bit of release on them, so I want to remove that because it's very sharp strings. So let's give it like 200. Yes, 200 cents. I think it would be nice. I think it would be nice to have some portamento on this too, which means that the strings glide. So then Contact calls this glide. And let's set up. That just makes it a little more elegant because a lot of time, because the strings can't move that fast, the strings can't change notes that fast. So on the more rapid notes, it starts to blur. And that actually sounds really elegant because it like flows between notes, so to speak. Even though that's not what they did in the original, it's a nice way to add some depth to it. Okay, so we'll add the strings in there, and then the flute will go up here, but I don't think it has an envelope, so we don't need to. Yeah, so we can remove this part, this track, and then the strings will go here, and I'm gonna give that a mixer track. Oh, we had one we already had the harmonica here. So we need to add that back, and then let's see, I'm gonna set a master output channel into contact and set that to plugin out 3 and 4, or 5 and 6. And then in the Fruity Wrapper, we set plugin out 3 and 4 to be plus 4. Yes. So call this strings. Okay, so that is good. Now we have to go back into 48 again and record that flute line that I forgot about. Okay, let's add Edison. And then I'm going to go, and I don't think this line should be any different, but I'm going to add this. I'm going to go and grab it straight from the flute, just to be sure. Let's go to first empty and not call it anything, because we're not going to need it. Let's bring back our MIDI out, set it to port 2, because that's what I have the USB MIDI out thing going to. And then let's paste. Now we have to select, I have to first, no, I have the input, but I have to arm it, and I have to go to select the flute patch. So let me show you. Now it's set selected 1980, but I have to go press the buttons and go back to winds and find the flute. There we go, flute. Now, if we play that, it sounds like this. But I think it's supposed to be an octave up, so let's put control up. Is it really supposed to be like that? Did I miss a note? Yeah, I think that's different from the string, so that's good that I did that. Nice. Okay, so now let me make sure that is running at peak volume. But also let me turn it down for you guys because it's going to be entirely too loud. Okay, that's good levels. So now let's go to Edison and press record. Okay, stop recording and stop playback. And then let's trim the side noise. And save this as TG77 and TG77 recordings. Let's save this as flight flute. Flight flute. Okay, and then we can once again delete Edison. And let's real quick refresh the browser, put the flute in, set it to 40% volume, and let's get our panning. So this track is panned to the left, and let's copy the value and paste it on the recording. And so now what I want to do is set this back to 44.1, save the project, load the project back up again. And now I can raise it back up for you guys to full volume. Ah, I forgot it has to go start at the beginning. Okay, so what happens here is it loops back to the first part, but without the intro, without the little flare for the intro. So what we then want to do is go make a cut here. And actually, I think the flute is going to start again too. At least, does it? I don't know. The flute doesn't start again. It doesn't have that flare again. Actually, the strings are the only thing that has the flare. So with that cut being made, what we want to do then is take all of this, and some of these recordings have a tail, so we don't want to press Control B. It'll leave a space there. We don't want to duplicate it. Let's copy and paste. So now that bridge is and then for an ending, what can we do? And then I think we can just have it end on a drum hit there. Or maybe just that string note. Yeah, that string note and plus the rest of the instruments can play too. So let's grab, I want to grab these two and the flute and just paste them back there. And then I'm just gonna cut them, I'm just gonna trim them down to that one note. Ah, these are trill notes. Okay, so that works, but we can also have an ending for the bass, wherever that is. Ah, here it is. Let's just have it end on that last note. Okay, so I don't really want the flute to end like that, but there's a crossfade option for this, so we can just drag that out. Nice. And reverb will take care, will give it a little more of a tail. It's Fruit Loops. Oh, Fruity Loops, yeah. This is dope. What program? Oh yeah, this is, so that. Let's see. It turns out that unintentionally, this is a masterclass of mastering and mixing. There you go. I like that. Masterclass of mastering, mixing. What program? This is dope. Just sub. Thank you. Ooh. All right. Welcome, Jay. Welcome, Jay. Welcome, Matthias. And yeah. So this is Fruity Loops Studio. And it costs about, I think, $200, and then you get everything inside. It's a one-time, and you get lifetime updates, I think. So that's cool. So now what I want to do now is just mix everything. Everything's laid out. We've got the whole arrangement. Now it just needs to be mixed. So I'm going to go through everything and press and do like a kick. I'm going to check out the kick. Oh wait, the flute. I forgot about I forgot to give the flute a mixer track. So let's give this a mixer track. Just call it flute. And then, so we want to isolate our kicks. Let's give it some saturation. Compensate for the volume. It should be about 6 dB. I'm gonna raise it up a bit. There you go. And the snare, actually the kick needs to have more bass, I recall. Let's boost the bass a bit. And let's set our volume to max to reflect that. Okay, so now the snare needs more saturation than the kick. And we can compensate for the volume, but also raise that up to 6 dB. And so now for the hi-hats, I want some chorus on that. Oh. I completely forgot to give the harmonica mixer track. So let's cut out the flight part, and then, you know, I bet this beat was made on Apple. Nope, Fruity Loops PC. Oh, that's like, I know that meme. That was like back in the day. It's like, nope, it's just Chuck Testa. You know that. If you know, you know. Nope, it's just Chuck Testa. You can Google it if you don't know. But so, what was I thinking of? Yeah, I just want to get the hi-hats now, and I want to give them some chorus because they need to be. They feel a little raw. Slow chorus and subtle chorus. Nice. And I want to excite that up a bit. Let's see. Yeah, get those highs going. Actually, maybe not that much. Maybe that's a bit too much. There we go. Now the bass, we can boost the bass a bit. Saturation. I can boost it a lot, actually. Compensate the volume, and I want this to be 6 dB as well. Actually, we can probably cut that set that compensation. Yes, there we go. And I want to put some chorus on this because it's kind of undynamic. There we go, that gives it some stereo value, you know? And I do believe this has some kind of slapback on it in the game. Let me see. No, it's just raw. It's very raw in the game. And so all of these, I need to send these to buses. So this is going to go to, the hi-hat's going to go to, or all the drums are actually going to go to a dry drum bus. Actually, let me check and make sure the kick doesn't have any slapback. No slapback. So now the brass. Let's put some chorus on it. It can be a fast chorus. And let me listen to see if that sounds like it has any reverb on it. It does sound like it has reverb on it. So let's send this to accompaniment. And let's give this round. So get subtle and short. Let me check on that. Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe it can be even shorter than that. Maybe like 1 second. Nice. Now, I do want to... might want to saturate that a bit. Yes. Now, the piano, which only plays for a section of the song, might want to put some chorus on that for dynamics, but be very careful because too much chorus on a piano can make it sound like a honky-tonk. We just want to give it a little shimmer, really. Nice. And so this is going to go to accompaniment, and I think it has reverb. Let me make sure. No, this actually has no reverb whatsoever. Okay. Actually, so, okay, so let's move on to the marimba. Now the marimba definitely needs saturation. It's pretty weak. Let's see, what do y'all see? And on this day, Chairman Sam quoted epic rap battles of history. Oh, is that from Epic Rap Battles of History? I think that, well, that was a meme first, and then it got covered by Epic Rap Battles of History. In my MO, Fear Factory and Gangplank Galleon were the masterpieces of the SNES. Ooh, those were good. I definitely can think of some that I like better, but those were pretty good too. The bass reminds me of Gangplank Galleon, actually. Yeah, this is quite a similar bass because it has a similar rhythm. Dun 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 dun. So this is wait. This is so it definitely has that gallop. It's like a gallop rhythm. It's like dun 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 dun. So it's a little more involved in this, but this does the dun 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 dun. It's kind of like a gallop, like a horse walk running. Well, I need to go. Good work, man. Keep it up. Thank you. Have a good day, man. Thanks for coming to the stream. Your DKC restorations are awesome. Keep it up. Keep up the work. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Now, I want to go move on to, let's see, what do I need next? I need the marimba. I need to finish the marimba. So on top of our saturation, we need some chorus for dynamics. Slow chorus, subtle. Yes, that makes it so much better. Nice. And I don't think that sounds like it has any reverb. Actually, it does kind of sound like it has reverb. So let's send this to a lead reverb. And let's change this to round. 1 second reverb and 25% mix. Nice. Now our strings. Since this is only one line, I want to give it some chorus. Yeah, give it some chorus. And I also want to saturate it a bit. Since it's a more aggressive line. And send this to... This probably sounds like it has reverb. It sounds like it has a little bit. And I think maybe the brass does too. Wait, no, the brass already put reverb on it. What was it? It was the piano. I think the piano might have some subtle reverb. Let's keep that on going on there. Now the flute. We need the flute to have chorus, I know. And I also want to raise the highs on that. Get that breathiness out there. I'm going to go too, but I subscribed all the, and you have to be checking your workout, especially the DKC covers. I've been trying to put acapellas together, and I'm trying to learn about composition techniques. Ooh, nice. I do acapella. I do like a good acapella. Well, good luck with all that, man. If you're still here. Thank you for the subscribe, and good luck with your composition techniques. It's always a great journey to learn composition. So let's see. Never played Secret of Mana, but but the OST sounds fire. It is a really good OST. I don't care for the game much because it was kind of. I mean, I'm just not an RPG guy, first of all. But I never. But the OST is really good. Okay, so now the flute. That's pretty much all we need to do. We might need I want to put the lead reverb on it. And then the harmonica is the last one. So let's give it an exciter. First off, let's saturate it a bit. And then let's give it an exciter. And then we'll send that to the lead. Or no, that's probably like more of an accompaniment thing. Does it sound like it have that much reverb? Yeah, it does sound like it has some. Yeah, that's good enough. Now let's hear it. Let's hear the full thing. Sounding good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and master this while I let y'all listen to it. So let me put on, whoops. Let me put on Maximus. Now my bass is gonna be pretty easy. It's mostly just, actually I need to raise it up a little more. Nice. So now I want to cap it at 3. And give it just a little bit of knee, a little bit of threshold. And then the mids, I'm gonna need them to go down. I need those mids to go down to 3. And then the highs, we can cap at 6. I might need to reduce that volume. Oh, what's up, Sky? Welcome. This is a Flight into the Unknown. This plays whenever you go to whenever you're flying in the air on top of an animal. There's an animal that takes you places across the map. So that's what this is. Yo, that sounds sick. Thanks, dude. Actually, this is good volume. So we're compressing the volume a lot, but it doesn't really show. I think if we compress everything down a bit more, it'll alleviate the master. That works. I'm just going to let y'all listen to the rest of it, and then we'll go away, because I have to be somewhere. Nice. Okay, so that sounds really good. I'm gonna play this one more time because I don't really have to be anywhere for another half hour. So now I'm gonna play this once again and let me know if anything jumps out at you, but I think it should be good. I'm just gonna let y'all hear it again. Okay, I think that's where we're gonna call it for today, but I'll put this on the Discord, so if you want an MP3 to kind of judge and critique, you can have it if you join the Discord. Let me put that out, and I'll put the link to the Discord in the I'll put the link to the Discord in the in the chat, and then I'll put the recording into the Discord. All right, and this will be done. So, all right, so it's in the. Let me see. Let me just drag it in there. And that's it right there. So you guys can go and judge that if you want to. And then that's where we'll stop it for today. So thank you guys for coming to the stream. It's been a great turnout today. A good stream. I had no idea you streamed, but I'm glad I was able to catch one in time. Well, thanks. I'm glad you're able to make it. All right. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Probably tomorrow if I'm able to do. Yeah, I should be able to do tomorrow. So yeah, just I'll be back tomorrow, and then tomorrow we'll be doing, what are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow is Eternal Recurrence. Oh, actually, someone was like, I hope you'll do Eternal Recurrence. So Eternal Recurrence will be tomorrow, and then after that, the Legend, if we have time, which we probably will. So that's good. I'll see you guys tomorrow then. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming to the stream, and Jam and Sam out.